Summer reading always feels a little bit special. A lot of us spend a lot of time looking for those perfect books that have just the right light tone to take us into those bright, easy days of summer. And we want our reading to have that same feel. So today I'm sharing just a few books that I'm looking forward to as we head into the summer, some that have that perfect light summer tone, and a few that are coming out more towards the end of summer that still have a great summer feel, but will take us nicely into those first fall days. So my list of anticipated books is a little bit short. I do tend to be a little bit of a mood reader, and I'm still catching up on my anticipated spring books of 2023, but I am looking forward to finishing those up, getting you guys some reviews, and heading into these very summery books that start off my list. The first book that I'm sharing is The Guest House by the Sea by Faith Hogan. You may be familiar with Faith Hogan. She tends to write very kind of heartwarming, feel-good books. They're set in Ireland. The one that I loved is called The Ladies' Midnight Swimming Club. I love the coastal Irish setting that she writes in, and this one also has a similar setting. So it's about a guest house in Ballycove in Ireland, and the aging owner of this guest house is losing her sight, but she still is a very keen observer of all of her guests. She gives them not just a place to stay, but also a place to find their next steps in life. Now, this just seems like the perfect sort of lighthearted, charming, feel-good reading to head into summer. My next book I'm planning to read is How to Kill Men and Get Away with It by Katie Brent. I mean, what? I cannot get enough of this title, and how can I resist a just awful sort of / wonderful title like this? I have to know what's inside this book. So this is about a young woman named Kitty Collins who says it all started with a man at a nightclub who wouldn't take no for an answer. And she begins kind of a journey of revenge killing, and it soon becomes an addiction for her. From what I'm hearing, this is a satirical take on women's revenge stories. It sounds really absurd and macabre and kind of along the lines of My Sister the Serial Killer and maybe the movie Promising Young Woman, which I haven't really seen, but I've heard a lot about. So I hear it's really great, really compelling and funny. I don't know quite what to think of that title, but I am really excited to give this one a try. I hope it's a great page-turner read for the summer. Next, I'm planning to read The Summer of Songbirds by Christy Woodson Harvey. This one's about 4 women who come together to save the summer camp that brought them all together and changed their lives. Now, I gotta say, I was all in on this when I heard this was about a summer camp and old summer camp friends. I actually met my own best friend decades ago at a summer camp, so I am all about the camp nostalgia, the lifelong best friends, and the summer memories in a camp setting. So I can't wait for this one. I'm hoping it will just be full of great camp nostalgia. Next one I'm going to read is The Block Party by Jamie Day. Now, this is about neighborhood drama. So in this one, there's a murder at the summer block party, and we go back a year to find out what sort of caused the initial drama and find out about all of the neighborhood tensions that slowly unfold. I'm not quite sure how I'll feel about this one yet. A lot of times this sort of suburban drama and, parent sniping doesn't really work for me. Think, Leanne Moriarty, those are not always my favorite books, but apparently this is pretty good summer reading. So I'm going into it with an open mind and we'll see how it works out. So next on my summer list is Prom Mom by Laura Littman. Now this is about a woman who returns to her hometown where her life was ruined on prom night. Ever since that night, she's been known as Prom Mom because she allegedly killed her baby that night after her prom date left her for another girl. Now she sees this return as a second chance, but she can't seem to stay away from that prom date that left her. I'm actually not really sure what to expect from this. I hear it's really chilling, psychological thriller, so I do tend to try to avoid all spoilers if possible for these kinds of thrillers, so that's all I know. But I know that Laura Littman writes very popular thrillers like this, and this will be my first of hers, so I'm really looking forward to that, and we'll see how I like it. The next one I'm planning to read is Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. Now, Angie Kim wrote Miracle Creek, which is an amazing literary mystery. So this one is about a Korean-American family, and the father in this family actually goes missing, and the son, who cannot speak, returned home from the park without him, covered in blood. So I think this is less of a thriller and, again, more of a literary mystery, so it's got this sort of complex family story alongside of the mystery. It comes out toward the end of summer, so I think a literary mystery like this will be a great transition into heavier fall reading. Next, I'm planning to read Amazing Grace Adams by Fran Littlewood. Now, this is about a woman named Grace who is described as having given birth, blinked, and then suddenly she's a 45-year-old invisible every woman. And one day Grace just gets fed up and she leaves her car and starts walking across London to go to her estranged 16-year-old daughter. She's ready to remind everyone that she used to be amazing and that she still is because everyone seems to have forgotten. I actually can relate to this feeling a little bit, this sort of loss of identity, this frustration with feeling a little bit invisible and taken for granted. I think a lot of women can at this time of life, especially when they have kids. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. The advanced reviews do seem a little bit mixed, so I will find out for myself. The last book I'm looking forward to is Tom Lake by Ann Patchett. Now, Ann Patchett is one of my all-time favorite authors, so I am always up for a brand new book from her. And this one also comes out at the end of summer, so it's another good transition into fall, kind of more literary reading. But it's still got a great summer feel because it's actually about a past summer love. So this is a dual timeline story. One timeline is about a mother and her daughters who are working in the family's orchard. And the daughters ask her to tell them about her time at a theater company with this famous actor. As she tells the story in this other timeline in the book, her story kind of forces her daughters to kind of re-examine what they know about her mother. So we get this kind of complex family story on the one side, and also this look back at a summer love that had a big effect on who this person is in the other timeline. So I'm really looking forward to that. I love almost all of Ann Patchett's novels, and I think this will be a great one. So those are the books I'm looking forward to this summer. If you want to grab a printable version of this list, you can head over to my website and grab that. I would also love to know in the comments what books you're looking forward to this summer. And what is your summer reading style? Do you like lighter books? Do you kind of mix it up with some thrillers and heavier novels? Are you a beach reader? Let me know what books are on your radar. Give me a like and a subscribe, and thank you for watching.